to my channel. My name is Felicia Latrice. We are back with another pick a card reading. Welcome back to another gossip update. Let's get into it, and we will choose from 3 overhead selections. Group 1, you are the strawberry. Group 2, you are the koala, LOL, the panda dog, or the Dalmatian dog. And Group 3, you're the baseball. If you do not know me, my name is Felicia. I am a human and civil rights advocate, and I run a nonprofit and women's health called DIVAS Can Manifest org. And all of your support, like buying perfumes at Cosmic Intelligence, booking personal readings, donating to Project 444 Fund, playing all of the music at a Renaissance movement so that we can continue to build our royalties with some of our faves like Ed Sheeran, Beyonce, and Aminati Music. All of that goes back to helping our nonprofit, and we do not earn a profit from making this information accessible to all. We have no profit motivation, and the air is clean and clear. So I really appreciate you guys being here. Let's get into it. Choose your selection, and I'll see you there. Hi, Group 1. Welcome to your selection. So you chose the strawberry. So what is the current gossip on you? Group 1. What's the current gossip on you? Let's pull some archetypes. What's the current gossip on you? I'm hearing something about you coming for it all. Someone recently said you came for it all, okay? You sent a massive attack to someone, is what I'm hearing. Sent a massive attack. This person was not expecting you to recover, or they were not expecting you to bounce back from a challenge. And they may have done something to exploit a weakness or a vulnerability, and that was something that they were not expecting. And I also feel like this was a situation where you were the underdog in a situation, or you were counted out in a situation. People didn't believe in your potential in a situation, and this has created a really bittersweet ending, because you may have come for it all and you may have received it all, friend, but it kind of feels like the light at the end of this tunnel comes with a huge fuck you from a cult or idolatry or a group of people that you thought should be supporting you, but you released those toxic expectations that they were supporters, okay? So what is the current gossip on you? There's a quick channel before we get into the cards. What's the current gossip on you? We have Stu. We have the Midas. We have the Angel archetype. And then we have the Knight. Okay. So we I think the juicy gossip on you, these feel like people from your college. I think that this could be people from your college or university. They talk about you because they don't have anything else to do, and a lot of them, they went off to work conventional jobs, mundane jobs. And a lot of you guys, you are a guide. Maybe you work in the healing arts or in spiritual practice. Maybe you are artists, entrepreneurs. You could be working for yourself with the Midas, but it's no doubt about it that you have this entrepreneur or creative ability, and that you came for it all, and that you're turning into gold. Like, people from your university are literally watching you receive a great fortune, and delighting in life's riches. And that's why I was getting this past energy so much. It kind of feels like in this situation, people from your past, like they really did not, like, you were like the underdog or something like that, or you were counted out in a way. Like, people were not seeing your potential, and then it actually turned out that you were the best in the cohort, or you were the best in class. and they see that maybe, you know, in school or maybe in your like entry level careers, you may have struggled a bit, or you may have felt like you had fallen behind in life, and they just saw you realize like that your early education was not enough to make you successful. And this person's name starts with the letter A. This could be a man, or this could be someone's name is Andre or Ashley or Angel. These people, these could be people from your university. Their name could be Alyssa or Alicia. This could be people from your high school, other classmates, and they just, when they finish their academic program, they don't read at home, or they don't, you know, they don't change, like they weren't dedicated to transcending the limitations, especially if you come from marginalized communities and identities. Yeah, you can go to a multicultural high school or multicultural college, but you still, because of your disadvantages, you'll still likely face some struggle or limitation, boundary, restriction, lack even, okay, like scarcity trauma. And a lot of these people saw that you really struggled to get to success, and they see that now you are this, like you were committed to like this lifelong learning, and that it was, you know, you were distracted by nights or by men. They say that you were in the past you were distracted by a boy, maybe a college or high school sweetheart or something like that, someone that you may have been with for a long time, and they see that you were alleged to a dangerous man, and this person was like a destructive ruler over your life. They were like, they're saying that this person was destructive in your life. They were toxic. They were someone that treated you like shit. They were someone that treated you like you were a pawn, when really they knew that you were the one for them. Some of you, they're saying that you were with someone that hair typed you, or you were with a colorist, and that this person hid a big, like they hid this major aspect of themselves, because that, like, they were burdened by their shadow attachment of pain and shame of color typing and hair typing or something like that. And they see they were like, you were in a romantic delusion with this person, because this person was around, you know, hair typing and body typing and color typing people. And they see that, like, you just, you know, to remove the shackles from this person that you had with this person, that you were committed to learning. They see that you went off and did a lot of self-study. You went off and continued your education, just not only for your entrepreneur or creative ability, but also healing dysfunctional relationships and putting yourself on they see that you put yourself on the path to learning and forgiving. And they literally are seeing your hair long now or something like that. They're saying that the person who body typed you and skin typed you is feeling like an idiot, like somebody that you were with when you were a student or when you were in school. And they see that this person who body typed you, skin typed you, or color typed you, this person it's like, now they're saying, some of these people, they're saying that this person is trying to come back to you. They're trying to reconcile with you, because they see that you found a sense of expression around your flaws, or you found a sense of expression that have given you a entrepreneurial creative ability, and that you're like a great fortune in this life. Like, and that was like so crazy. But I think that, like, now they're seeing that you learned about your flaws. They're seeing your skin is clear now. They're seeing your hair long now, perhaps. And they're saying that this person who was going around hair typing and color typing, they were projecting like the angelic white supremacy, idolatry of like, oh, that white is better, lighter is better. And they literally were off with other people because of like lighter skin or curl or like different hair types, because of some white supremacy. And they see that, like, since you healed like a lot of your flaws, people are putting you next to the same idolatry. Like, they're saying that you actually are like an idolatry as well, or that like you were put next to the idolatry, or something like that. But they're saying that they're saying that some of them were with you because of light skin and curly hair as well. Especially now, a lot of them see you as having that same privilege as the idolatry, and now they're trying. The gossip is a lot of like them making comparisons, not about beauty, but about your entrepreneurial and creative ability and your knowledge. Like something where you were a student and this person was not a student or something like that, or that they were just a prostitute or something like that. Some of them, they're saying that you were alleged to somebody because they have you on a commercial or something like that. They have you on a commercial, and they put you on a commercial because of this light skin and curly hair or this privilege, right? If you have a man that has you on a commercial, they definitely were attracted to you because you were a siren, and a lot of times sirens do have privilege. So a lot of you are rewriting this terrible story from your youth, and this is a big gossip as well. Like you're rewriting this terrible story from your youth because you're getting married now, is what I'm hearing, okay? And they saying that you have learned so many lessons about being alleged to a dangerous man, and so that you know that your marriage will not be a mistake, okay? Some of them, they're saying that you're marrying a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And I also feel like, but let me backtrack a little bit. I feel like, this story comes full circle. This is a big mirror, because some of you guys, you were with someone when you were in your youth that was a very destructive ruler. Maybe you were with them for a long time, submitting to them a lot. I'm hearing that this person was literally the bane of your existence, and they really took, I'm not going to say that they didn't love you, but they were really, I feel like you were really a pawn because you had not had your mature form. Maybe your hair wasn't long then, but they did. I think that you did have this person was a partner in alliance in some type of way, okay? And, there was something that happened in your university or school days where somebody that was next to a white supremacy was acting like an angel to mislead others and claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance, and this was the person that this destructive partner that you had, that they chose someone that claimed to be they claimed to be innocent, and they believed them because they had lighter skin or curlier hair. It wasn't necessarily about beauty, friend, but they said something may have happened in your previous relationship where this person had a third party that was acting innocent to mislead others, and it was because they had I'm not going to say it was because they had curly hair and light skin or something like that, but I will say that they try to, because you are someone that hoards your emotions perhaps, or you have a lot of wealth, and I really don't see you. The current gossip could be that now you have this great fortune and a lot of wealth, and that you really just don't express your feelings or share your wealth with anybody anymore, because of all these destructive partners that you've had where they have acted innocently to mislead you, but they really were body typing, color typing, hair typing, or just and it was strange because they were always ending up with somebody that was jealous of you. And this come full circle because a lot of you guys put people that same white supremacy ideology or idolatry, and especially if this is around standards of beauty, a lot of them are putting you in those same categories of privilege now that your hair is long and that your skin is clear, or that you've worked on yourself after doing all this lifelong learning, okay? They see that you were humble and devoted to knowledge, and now you're getting married or something like that, okay? So what's the current gossip on you, group 1? What's the current gossip on you? Yeah. So what's the current gossip on you, group 1? We have the military. Okay, we have the military. So the current gossip could be that the military is you joined the military after school. They're saying that you went to the military and then you got married and got pregnant or something like that. Some of them, they saw you before your hair was locked, or they saw you before your hair was long, or they saw you before you got a BBL or something like that, and they see that you just stayed learning, you stay open to learning, and you stay open to taking care of yourself, and they watched your locks get long over time, or they watch your skin get clear. They may have watched you go get the surgery or something like that, and they also may have watched, like, you might have been rejected so bad because in the past people were hair typing, color typing, and body typing you, and then you may have gone and got plastic surgery, or your hair got or did a body transformation, and they see that you got, like, all those people from your school days that saw you as the underdog. They literally watched a military of people start protecting you for your entrepreneur and creative ability. I think that the new gossip on you is that now you have this military of people that, protect you, and even this might even be the government that protects you, because there's been so many people who have been bullying you and attacking you since you were a child to hurt your self-worth because they were really envious of your hair and skin. So if they were body typing, hair typing, and color typing, they really were envious of it, okay? Especially, my brown girls out here that have pretty complexions and pretty ass features and small features and pretty ass smiles. Yeah, you're definitely going to be hated by other black people in a scarcity trauma that don't have enough money to take care of their hair, skin, and nails. And they'll come around you acting innocently, but they're really jealous of your hair, skin, and nails. And some of you were really bullied and injured as a child, and that impacted your hair, skin, and nails. And I think that, like, the tea now is that, like, you have this military of people protecting you so that you can take care of yourself, and now they seeing your hair, they're really mad now seeing your hair, they're really mad now seeing your skin, they're really mad now seeing, especially if you got a BBL, it looks natural, it looks good, or that you know how to fix it up or something like that, or you went on a body transformation. They really see that you stay committed to learning, and that you did not let these bullies from your childhood or your youth days where people didn't believe in you or didn't support you, you didn't internalize that, and you moved on with your life, and now you have a partner, an alliance, in marriage, and you were like, all those, men, dangerous men that you were with in the past that you thought you were going to marry, you realized that those were romantic delusions, and that they were destructive people, trying to assimilate and trying to perpetuate white supremacy. I think, now they see that everything kind of worked out for you, and that everything that they were trying to make you internalize about hair, skin, and nails and body and, privilege, that was actually what you married into. That's actually what you represent, is what I'm hearing. It's also, and it's like they were falsely claiming these things, okay? They were falsely claiming these things. Those were actually what they were jealous of. So we have the military, we have change, and then we have gift, okay? So some of you guys, this is a matter where there has been so many people, this gossip involves a group of people that hate you, okay? There's a military of people that hate you because of your hair, skin, and nails, okay, and complexion. So don't internalize any colorism or nothing like that, because you are literally despised because of your beauty, okay? Especially some of them, they watched you cut your head bald, and now they seeing your hair flowing down your back or something like that, and they see that you changed so much over the years, and you become rich because you're getting married or something like that, okay? So yeah, that's the kind of gossip on you, friends, is that, after learning about romantic delusions and alleging to the wrong people, you got yourself together, friend, okay? You got yourself together, and now you have self-worth and high value, and now you actually have a partner. Some of you, they're literally saying you have a partner that honors you, or that, that brings you wealth, okay, or something like that. I also feel like, this group is really concerned with your wealth. There's a lot of people that hate you, and so they see that you needed a military of people to protect you. You can't just be out here alone, friend, because these same people who were body typing, color typing, hair typing, are the same people who are hating you for it, and they're snakes committing crimes, trying to kill you, trying to destroy you because of it. If it's bad and you don't like it, then why are you attacking it? People now say that you're a part of the military and that you have immunity because of all of this that you've transcended. All this lifelong learning that you've transcended has actually been of such a huge benefit to your country, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a monumental impact that you've made in your country or with a big group of people that stand for you. I'm hearing you have a mob of people. You have your own military. So you are now, they're saying that after they attacked you, your high school and your college or your college, they're saying that after you were bullied, you got this military of people protecting you and saying like, no, you can't be bullying Pal 1 like that. Because you have this special gift, friend. Like, you literally are so bullied because of your gifts, okay? And, you can't be gifted and beautiful. That's not what they're looking for, friend, okay? So, what's the current gossip on you, group 1, and then we'll wrap, okay? What's the current gossip on you? LOL. So, there's a big change with the 8 of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune, yeah, a big change that they saw you, where you released a lot of limiting beliefs, okay? I think that, what this really is, a lot of limiting beliefs about rejections. So, I think that, some of these people, if you are with someone now, I think that this person is a great fortune. Some of you, like, take it how it resonates. Some of you guys, this person that you have, this partner or alliance or marriage, this is someone destructive or someone that is delusional, and they see that you rejected this person, and that, like, this person may have offered you marriage or something like that, but you saw that they did something delusional or destructive, and they see that you rejected them and started relying on your military, okay? Or this could be the change that they've witnessed over time, where they've seen you master rejections from your past, get a military of people protecting you because those people rejected you because they were conformists, and that they hated you for having gifts. They hated you for being beautiful. Actually, when they were trying to perpetuate a white supremacy, they hated you for having beauty, and they got pissed off that you were gifted as well. And so these zombies in the apocalypse, they did not want to see your rare, I'm hearing rare beauty, bitch. Not no convention, not no skin bleach, not no BBL, but a rare natural beauty that is gifted and has high education, high merit. They see that you were rejected a lot because of your beauty and your merit and gifts, not because you weren't good enough. It was because you were too good, and they wanted to perpetuate some mediocre supremacy or something like that. And you're like, yeah, I'm not, they see that you finally released limiting beliefs, that it wasn't about your body image, honestly. Like, there might have been a lot of that happening, but you got to the heart of the matter and got to the root of it all and realized that this rejection was because you were a rare beauty and because you were gifted, and they don't want people to support that, because that would help people release the idea that white is right and that dark is wrong. That would help people release this shadow aspect of the angel, where they project onto black people or darker skin that they are falsely claiming to be angelic, when it's really these cults and idolatries that are mediocre conventions that are the ones acting innocent to mislead others, okay? That was juicy, Pal 1. Let me know how that resonates, and I'll see you. Don't forget to shop at Cosmic Intelligence. Get back to us. We need your help. And we'll see you in the next one. Hi, Group 2. Welcome to your selection. So you chose the Dalmatian dog with the red scarf. LOL. Okay. So let's get into a Group 2. What is the current gossip on you? Okay, what is the current gossip on you? What's the current gossip on you, Group 2? What's the current gossip on you? Okay. Someone's name starts with the letter S. This person, they have long brunette hair. They could have seen this person attend a wedding or go or get married or something like that. This could be a partner of yours or a previous partner of yours that they're gossiping about. They're trying to figure out, they're very shocked by something. They're trying to figure out what's going on because some of you guys, you made a public appearance with someone and then they did not see you supporting this person openly about something. They did not see you. It's like maybe there was a lot of press that went around with some type of, like there was a public appearance, but they didn't see that you did not comment about the appearance. You did not comment about the matter. And so they feel like they're confused about whether this is real or not, because like there were sources or like publications, press releases where there were speculations about your partner or an event that you attended, but then they see that you did something different, okay, or you did not speak about it or something like that. If this is a continuation of Power 1, you guys definitely could be hoarding emotions and wealth, and they feel like you are not expressing about this this situation, okay. The current gossip on you or on someone that you know could be that there is like a what do I say? There is like a love triangle, or there is an ex-partner. I'm hearing the mother of the children, their ex-wife. Someone was divorced twice. There's been a lot of like empty marriages or failed marriages here. A lot of kids by different baby mamas or something like that, and they're just really confused about your romantic status. And so this is the gossip, I think. Group 2, LOL. So let's see what's going on. We have the wounded child. Yeah, what did I say? They're saying that all your relationships are dysfunctional. You know, and they see that you haven't released resentment, and that's why you can't move on to your divine feminine. They're saying that you made a public appearance with a dysfunctional relationship that represented one of your childhood wounds. They see that you popped out with a childhood wound, and you have been resisting moving forward with this childhood wound or something like that, okay. Maybe this is the mother of the kids or the father of the kids. I also feel like this could be someone that was their previous partner or someone that they previously did work with. And if you are the divine feminine and this is a karmic partner that people are gossiping about, this is a matter that like where you are left alone so that they can go work through a dysfunctional behavioral pattern with their ex, okay. The third party, secret third party, the other woman, is their ex and the mother of their children, the person that they were married to, not some ugly idiot husky child that can't take no for an answer. They're saying that these relationships wounded you, and that's why you cannot move forward, and so that and they're saying that you just keep going back to like this ex as a like an addiction to fatherhood or motherhood, or as a coping mechanism for when you are struggling with the unconventional aspects of your relationship with your divine feminine. They're literally watching you do something dysfunctional with your divine feminine. Maybe your divine feminine is also in the press or also like featured in your publications, and they're literally watching you get defensive, towards your divine feminine and delusional about certain other dysfunctional relationships, because they are representing your childhood wounds. They're saying that your divine feminine is your true partner, and that they're kind of realizing the impact that your divine feminine has been having on your relationship. And they're saying that this person that you popped out with is a dysfunctional relationship that you're trying to prop up a white supremacy or prop up a convention because you're still wounded from the situation, or that you won't move on to forgiving because you're still angry about something that happened. The current gossip on you is also that this divine feminine is like they got an A on their assignment, or they were perfect in the press or perfect in the publications, or people they're saying that your divine feminine is needing to adapt to a dysfunctional relationship with your ex-partner or something like that, and that you won't move your relationship forward with your divine feminine because you won't forgive and move forward about something. I also feel like this situation, they're saying that you keep getting defensive at the divine feminine because this divine feminine is triggering a partnership that you have from your past. Maybe you used to work with your divine feminine. Maybe you work, in the press with your divine feminine, but you also used to have like a similar dynamic with someone else, like someone who may have an age difference, someone who may be interested in the same research studies that you're interested in, and like it's something where your divine feminine triggers the same dynamic, but it's unconventional. And they're saying that instead of like you've had all these conventional relationships that are actually the dysfunctional ones, and that you struggle with like race, age, or some other unconventional difference with your divine feminine, but that's really the functioning relationship, that's really the healthy relationship, and that you refuse to release a toxic dynamic, because you won't forgive and release resentment or something like that. Yeah, we have the destroyer, we have the eternal child, and then we have the victim. Okay, so I think that they're literally saying something about a feminine energy. Like this could be your divine feminine energy, but I feel like, this situation really feels like there's been someone intoxicated with trying to destroy your divine feminine. Okay, and you have just been sitting there, tolerating. They're literally pissed off. Like they're on the divine feminine side in this press and publication or something like that. The divine feminine is just sitting there like waiting for them to move. It's not waiting for someone to move or something like that. And this person is sitting there tolerating someone who's been intoxicated with trying to destroy them. Like they keep doing a delusional deliberation, or they keep making the divine feminine suffer in a way. Like maybe the divine feminine is even pregnant or is having to work with this masculine while they resist releasing dysfunctional toxic relationships with people who just want to destroy the divine feminine. They see that the divine feminine is like, they're saying that this partner that you popped out with or something like that was a destructive power. Like their name could, this person has long brunette hair or something like that. They're saying that this person is quiet, but they are like a silent threat or something like that, because they really see that this divine feminine is the functioning relationship, but it's unconventional. They're watching, this ex-partner, this karmic partner, that maybe the mother is watching the divine feminine get a lot of like following their dreams and having a lot of potential for power in a situation, and because they've been around longer, or they've been working in the with the research longer or something like that, they're trying to do something to destroy the divine feminine's dreams and potential or something like that, with a resentment. And they say the longer that literally saying that the longer that this masculine waits about something, that they're just sitting there with a childhood wound related to you that they keep blaming you about, but it's really this other partner, and this other partner is literally watching you as a, like, they're literally, everyone, it's like clear that you're a victim, right? It's like clear that the divine feminine is like a victim, and this other person, they're saying that this other person did, this older woman or something in the environment, they did something to try to destroy the divine feminine's power, or they are now intoxicated with the divine feminine's dreams and potential, and the divine masculine is like dysfunctional in some type of way, and hasn't been open to forgiving the divine feminine, and have been leaving this divine feminine susceptible to envy and greed and someone's destructive power, while they're trying to protect their potential for power, and the divine feminine is trying to protect the potential for power or protect the dream. and this person is literally refusing to grow up and be responsible because they have an extreme dependency on an ex-partner for physical security, or that this other person, like if this is not an ex-partner, there's someone else that has been obsessed with the divine feminine that refuses to, where like someone is refusing to release them. It's like they have an extreme dependency on the divine feminine for physical security, and they keep trying to interrupt the divine feminine's romantic partner or something like that. Okay. This could be their ex-partner or some other destructive person that hates to see the potential of this relationship. Okay. And it's like the divine masculine is like refusing to be responsible in the situation, and they know that they need to like send letters, and they know they need to have awakened their compassion, but they just refuse. They feel wounded by the divine feminine in some type of way because they're triggered by this ex that's really responsible. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, you know what I'm saying, your fault. Archangel Raguel, they're saying that this person is having so many troubles with the unconventional aspect of the relationship because they can't believe that they are with this young person, or they can't believe that they're with this different person like this. But that's really the person who is harmonious and just and fair and functioning. And it's like the divine masculine keeps like there's somebody that keeps trying to destroy the divine feminine's peace or potential, and the divine masculine is not responsible in the matter. And so this is like, they're saying that you could be a victim in a situation. So we have Archangel Raguel, we have Archangel Uriel, and then, oh my God, all the archangels. Yeah, you guys are very angelic. So I don't think that, like, especially you feel like the divine feminine, and I think that you have a mutual dream with this person. But this masculine has an older woman that they were married to, or that they have children with, or that's something that's more conventional and conservative. And this person is your sugar daddy, okay? And when they saw that you were their sugar baby. When everybody saw that you was the sugar baby, they were like, oh, you're actually the partner and the power behind all of this, and that this other person was the dysfunctional relationship, okay? LOL. And that they just have a extreme dependency on that person for physical security as an addiction to motherhood, fatherhood, or some type of wealth that they built together, maybe a business, research that they've worked on together. But they see that you have been the one that has brought harmony to it all, and that you're actually the one that they share their mutual dream with, and that this other person was just a binding for wealth, okay? Was just a binding. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this person, they're saying that this person has to make a decision, but they have been having so many angry, anxious emotions. They're so discouraged and troubled, the divine masculine. And it's like you are sitting there, like, needing them to change bad. There's like this situation needs to change really bad. But there are so many people who are intoxicated with the divine feminine, including an ex-partner or other children, that have been like obsessed with trying to destroy the divine feminine's potential. And they're just like choosing all these other dysfunctional relationships over the divine feminine. Like, they refuse to have a just and fair and harmonious and neat life, and they keep doing something destructive and creating like angry and anxious emotions, especially when they put out a press release with a karmic partner. They bound this karmic they created a karmic contract, okay, when there was a publication about this false person, okay. We have the sun, okay. So yeah, they're saying that this person, they're seeing that you look like a victim over there or something like that, because you're just trying to fulfill your potential, and then the divine masculine exposed you to a karmic that has been totally false and destructive, and so that made you feel like they were a snake too or something like that, okay. But it's not that they're, that they don't love you. They're just very wounded themselves, and they did something to scar this relationship, or to create a burden in this relationship. Some of these people, they're seeing you with your potential and things like that, and they could be getting triggered by you, and they could be saying, like, instead of, like, honoring you for the true harmony and justice in this situation. They're saying that you're just playing victim for positive feedback because some of you guys have nice belongings or something like that. Or some of you guys have already actualized the potential in a way, and there's someone else who has just like not actualized themselves, have not become fully embodied, and have been, obsessed with your dreams. And they see it. They're saying that they formed a bond. They formed a bond with an enemy of yours. This could be their ex-partner, or somebody else that was like obsessed with your dreams of potential, and it was like they knew this, okay? And that they're saying that with Archangel Uriel, that they did not seek God's will before making that decision, that they were struggling with anger and anxiety and destructive emotions, but they have seen the sun come out since then. They've seen that after doing something destructive, they made a decision that was really bad and made them miss an opportunity, or made you a victim in a situation, and they have not been able to hold responsibility for that bad decision that they made to release a press about an enemy or something like that, okay? We have the garden, okay? We have the sun, we have the garden, and then these people are saying that you're like a garden with this masculine's influence all over you. I'm hearing this masculine is your parody, or this masculine is, it's clear that you guys work together. When people see, your account or something like that, and they're like, oh, that's a lot of potential, right? Because compared to your divine masculine, who could be a celebrity, you look like a child, or you look like, you look like someone who's just starting out. And so, that is true. You do have a lot of potential, but I think that they're saying that you're this person's sugar baby, okay, or something like that. But they're really looking at they're looking at what you created for them, and they can't believe that you have grown up and have like embodied them and have been activated by the divine masculine, and what you have manifested through the divine masculine's activation was a beautiful garden, is what I'm hearing. They're literally gossiping about your masculine's influence, despite you guys being so dysfunctional, okay? So yeah, the false person in the garden, they were like, yeah, they're saying that this person went to go have a get together with a false person, somebody that they thought was their home at first, or someone that they thought was your home, or they thought y'all were family. Some of them, they really didn't know that this person was false like this. But for others, this was someone, this false person was tried to mimic the activation that you received by your divine masculine. So they tried to look like they had embodied your divine masculine, but that was really a dysfunctional relationship, or that was really a toxic person that just had a destructive power, that wanted to kill your dreams and potential and tried to steal intimacy, is what I'm hearing. But it was so fake. The fake love be just like the facade falls off with time. And they saw that this person who was at the get together, or they saw this person that was in the Garden of Eden, was false, and that you did not seek God's will before making a decision to make a publication about them. You did not seek God's will before you popped out with your ex or something like that, okay? And that created a lot of discord, that created a lot of conflict and fighting, okay? When you started putting out press releases about some other person or something like that. And this person was literally just pretending to be activated by the divine masculine so that they can look like they were having an intimacy. But it was clear that the divine feminine had formed a whole garden. This fake person came out with 1 to 2 words or something like that, and they were just like, oh, I'm just going to resist forgiving my divine feminine that has my book, baby, and business, and I'm gonna keep pretending with my ex because I have an addiction to our kids and stuff like that. Or I'm just gonna pop out with this other fake person because I'm angry and anxious about my divine feminine taking personal space. And I'm just going to go, I'm going to fall into a romantic delusion about a false person projecting my divine feminine's activation of divine masculine energy. Strange. and very delusional. And you, the divine feminine, is just sitting there waiting for you. Waiting for you to help them. Waiting for you. You know what I'm saying? Waiting. A victim. Harmed. Lacking. And you're popping out with somebody that's intoxicated with them. That's strange. They're saying that the ex is obsessed with you. Okay? The Ten of Pentacles. The Chariot. And then the Emperor in the reverse. Yeah, someone, you know, they abused their authority in a situation when they released the press about a false person or something like that. Or someone else that has, you know, a secure position in, you know, that was in the garden or something like that. Someone else that was in the village. They're saying that this person was a false person fighting or challenging for power when they tried to prop out with a press release or something like that. While you were still learning, they popped out with their ex-baby mama or something like that. Or they popped out like something where you were still learning and it was somebody that was fake intimate, or there was someone that was fake in love or something like that. Somebody was fake in love. People like trying to, a hobosexual, fake in love, trying to, desperate for a house or something like that. Or this could be the person that they have kids with. They were like, this person was trying to pull or struggle for power when they saw, you know, this sugar baby with all this potential. Okay, when they saw you, the divine feminine. A lot of times sugar babies are the divine feminine. That's just how it be sometimes. When y'all be in those fake marriages and contracts and things of that nature, they over here hitting a huge milestone with their sugar baby. Somebody that's blonde is what I'm hearing. Somebody that's blonde or brunette. Someone who could be having issues with their hand or something like that. But yeah, they're saying that this person from their past, or the mother of their child, or the father of their child, is a false person that keeps trying to, you know, challenge for power. Or there's somebody else in the environment that tried to act like they were activated by divine masculine energy, but that was a trickery to try to like steal intimacy, steal comfort, or to create a discord in some type of way. And they're saying that, you know, this person has finally been seeking God's will before making decisions and maintaining their securities with the divine feminine, while the divine feminine is still learning and actualizing their potential after getting activated by the divine masculine. Okay, yeah, something where this emperor from the past tried to inspire, like maybe they tried to turn your partner on. If this isn't their ex, this could be the ex, but it feels like somebody else. People who were trying to leave you a victim. They tried to turn your person on, or they tried to steal intimacy. They tried to act like they were, you know, building a garden for them. They tried to act like they were smart enough for them. They tried to act like they, you know, when the truth is they were really despising them for showing, like, for having this foundation with the divine feminine in the first place. So it was weird that they, you know, everyone's saying that it was weird that they made this decision, because it was clear that that person was false. Like, it was clear that that person didn't have a garden. It was clear who the person was, who the divine feminine was. And it's like something where they did something destructive, and started challenging the divine feminine for power with some other release of press or something like that, or something else happened that was a destructive decision making. And they're saying that you guys have, you know, even despite them making that destructive decision, that you guys have maintained your security with one another. But they know that, like, they should have known better or something like that, that these false, like, that they were false in the garden, right? They just want to come around because they see that we're wealthy, and they're just going to try to challenge when they're lower social power, when they, especially even if they're the mother, they just were not, it didn't work out, friend. And that was just an addiction to the physical security. And also getting that this person who sees that you have this Ten of Pentacles with someone, they saw your garden, and it was clear that they were a hater. Like, it was like they did not, everybody's saying that they did not seek God's will before doing that. Okay, it was clear that that person was the Queen of Swords in the reverse, a bitter person who was angry and resentful. Why would you ever think that you would have a real intimacy with someone that's intoxicated with trying to destroy the divine feminine? That's really bad. Okay, and while the divine feminine is sitting here left a victim, waiting for you. Okay, thank you so much, group 2. Let me know how that resonates, and I'll see you in the next one. Hi, group 3. Welcome to your selection. So you chose the baseball. What's the current gossip on you? What's the juicy tea? What's the sensationalized news now? Since we all up in the press and things of that nature. Bling bling, okay? So let's get into it. Group 3. What is the current gossip on you? Okay. Group 2 is juicy. Okay. Group 3. What's the current gossip on you? Okay. With the baseball. Yeah. The guide, okay, represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. Of course, you're everybody's guide, right? You know which way to go, and everybody's like, wait, I'm hearing the current gossip. I don't know, something that you did most recently. Everybody said, wait, let's take a quick break. Let's break. And I'm gonna come back prepared, like something where they're going away to prep, friend, because they see that you are the divine guide in this situation, or how to release negativity. And so everybody is there, you know. I don't know what's going on, but I keep getting this imagery of like, maybe you see how in this image it kind of feels like there's like a lantern, and it kind of feels like maybe there is like a lack of electricity, or there, like, you're in a situation where there's like a lack of electricity, lack of plumbing. Some of you guys are in third world countries, or there may be periods where you don't have access to internet, you don't have access to sanitation, plumbing, electricity, and you know, these commodities should definitely be free for everybody. Okay. I think that you know, they're seeing you, you know, release negativity a lot, and they know that you know which way to go. There's a situation where people, this may be you might be in charge of a group of disadvantaged people, and they just really don't know which way to go, especially the ones that didn't know how to grow their hair. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, the black girls in Houston, you know, if they don't have I'm just say black girls in Chicago always got our hair done, okay? We always fry, dyed, and laid to the side. But the black girls in Houston are poor, and I just was realizing that, like, oh my God, black hair care is so bad. Like, it's like, because there's just like not been enough information, access to technology information. And so these black women have really just not had information. Like, you know, coming from a disadvantaged home myself, like, I did not have a healthy scalp. I did not have, you know, my hair was very disadvantaged. Like, you could tell that someone's disadvantaged by their hair. It's not about the type of hair that makes it pretty. It's the health of the hair that makes it pretty, you bitch. Fuck is you talking about, hoe? Thought we can't grow no hair around here? Definitely got my hair growing down my back, bitch. Fuck is you talking about? About to get that silk press very soon, hoe. Motherfuckers like, oh, you know which way to go. Oh, you know how to break free from scarcity trauma. So if you see people, you know, mimicking your way on how to do things, like, you know, especially if you're in charge of a disadvantaged group, it's because they don't have no method for doing anything. They don't know how to grow their hair. They don't know how to survive without electricity, sanitation, plumbing, whatever. They don't know how to survive, and they see that you figured that shit out. You know how to survive, okay? You're the guide of survival. You are the queen of adaptation, the most adaptable, bitch. The judge, the guide, the virgin, yeah, the poet. What? We ain't got shit bad to say about group 3. They see that you have been, you know, you always know how to make the fair judgment. So if, like I said, if you see them doing something like you, it's literally because they need your judgment about it. They're like, wait, I don't know how to judge this fairly, and I know that because you have this depth of perception about things, I know that you have that spiritual insight that I need to, so that I can form a method for something. And like something where people, I don't even know if you're saying this is like a lot of, maybe you're even, you know, leading the slaves to freedom, like something where you're leading a revolution, you are revolutionizing in a way. Maybe there's even a situation you are responsible for a political group, or people are just very, like, if this isn't about politicking, this is literally where people rely heavily on your judgment to make their own decisions about life, because they know that you maintain the symbolic purity of heart and spirit, that there's nothing tainted about your decision making and judgment. And they, like, the current gossip is that something where even you could be at court, and they're saying that the judges are not pure in their spirit and in their heart, and that they have abused their authority because they have because they don't want to impart certain spiritual insights. And it could be that they have, like, you know, with the shadow aspect of the judge, they could be offering destructive criticisms or misusing business, legal, or criminal authority because they want to place their financial gains and control over imparting the spiritual insight. And they're saying that your revolution is about making this information accessible to all. And they know that your expressions of soul, you know, you expressing your soul insights and your symbolic language, you know, is the true symbolic purity of heart and spirit, where they know that your judgment will help them make decisions that bring them the highest total utility satisfaction. You are their guide. They follow you. You're in control. Okay? You are the boss. Numero uno. That's why. Because when no one else knows what to do, group 3 does. And they're saying that the judges were so unfair. Like something that happened at court where the judges were unfair, or their government officials that have been abusing their legal, business, or criminal authority. Jelly team. Yeah, they're saying that the judges were on the jelly team. And that's why they didn't, like, you know, that's why they didn't honor, and that's why they were not ethical in office. They did not have integrity and morals because they ultimately let their personal feelings, they were jealous of you. Okay, the judges, even if these are authorities or elites or, you know, older people, you know, they were jealous of you. Okay, that's why. And I think that you had a third eye active. Everyone had a third eye activation about these people who have been claiming to protect animals, people, and the planet, like the government officials. We have grown and increased awareness that they were on the jelly team. Okay, because you were the true source of power, and they just wanted to, and they were offended by your purity and, you know, your pure heart and spirit. They were offended by your enlightenment. They were offended that you were the one that knew which way to go and that you knew what to do. Like these were authorities or elites that grew unstable because you were actually the humble spiritual authority, where they were just people who were in business, legal, or criminal authority positions, and they were unethical, violating their roles because this was a personal matter of power struggle. They didn't want to release their leadership position or something like that. And they see that you have started protecting people. You have started protecting the animals and the plants and the people by, you know, being so pure within your heart and spirit and sharing. You know, like I said, engaging with you is a gift. Let me repeat myself. Power 3. As a guide, you are divine as fuck, royalty. Engaging with you is a privilege because you will balance justice and compassion in a matter and make sure that there's a fair distribution of power. And these judgments that you pass help people, you know, maintain, you know, their heart and spirit. I'm hearing that you literally setting people's heart free or something like that. You're literally such a benevolent protection where people feel seen and taken care of, where otherwise they were met with destructive criticism and people, unstable elites misusing business, legal, and criminal authorities, unstable elites racketeering, unstable elites where they're more than just, you know, one victim renaissance. There are people who did not survive Renaissance. There were people who did not make it. And you were so divinely protected in this situation. Okay? In a situation where there was a jelly team of people misusing business, legal, or criminal authorities. And they said that you were just trying to protect animals, people, and the planet. And they didn't want you to do that. That's why they were targeting and moderating speech of a group of people. This could be a RICO or class action, where there was a group of people, like elites, the 1%, or the government, that placed their financial gain and control over imparting the spiritual insight that they know would help people. Okay? something where this involved a lot of hospitalizations, or they stole your jewelry out of a security office or something like that. They stole a ring from you. They stole rings and jewelry is what I'm hearing. Heirlooms, okay, something like that. They see that now you are the one responsible for punishing is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing now that you have the control. You're about to punish these unstable elites that have been misusing their business, legal, and criminal authority. Okay? They're saying that you were just a child. That's why. Right? With the stars or something like that. You know, yeah, they're saying that, you know, these unstable elites, they said that they got mad because you were just a child. And they were like, we see that they know that you had a big heart in the matter. And they actually do love you. But they were, you know, I think that by now that you have the power, they're trying to come around and show their heart. And they're trying to have hope that you guys can repair these relationships. But I think that after they abused their business, legal, and criminal authority, that, you know, that was them being on the jelly team the whole time. And some of them, they failed to compensate you fairly. They left you with something to recover from. They left, you know, damages that they were liable for, is what I'm hearing. And it was because they were jealous. And that's why they kept deliberating with delusional, like they kept doing a delusional deliberation, because they were jelly of your insight as a child. Okay? Or they didn't want you to have money, or they just wanted to make sure that the money kept lining their pockets. The rich get richer, right? And they knew that your spiritual insights will help people survive and adapt, you know, through scarcity traumas, like not having electricity, plumbing, not having internet access. And they were pissed off that you were making information accessible to all, and you were just a child, where that was really their job, right? They're the business, legal, and criminal authority. You're supposed to be the one providing the spiritual insights. But we know now that this RICO, or this class, we know now that this government is corrupt, right? We know now that there has been illegal activity. We know that they are the jelly team. I think that this is divine timing. You know, I think that they love you now, right? I think that they do. But I think that it's too late, because they had already misused their business, legal, or criminal authority, right? They were supposed to be the ones to, you know, be pure in their heart and spirit, because we elected those officials within those offices. But we're learning that there has been major violation in their offices where they've taken oaths, okay? And that the government has incentives, you know, of financial gain and corruption and control over imparting the spiritual insight. And you were just a child. You didn't have any authority, right? And so they exploited that. And you were a child star. And so they definitely didn't want you, like you know, you as a child star. Some of these people didn't come into stardom until they were much older. And you being this magical child on the edge of the unknown, you are futuristic, innovative, and making information accessible to all. They jumped on the jelly team and started committing crimes, okay? Abusing their, you know, violating their offices where they took oath, okay? So, you know, what is the current gossip on your group? Group 3, let's wrap, okay? The current gossip is that this government or these unstable elites were on the jelly team because you were a poet. Something also about your writing, okay, that showed that you were a pure heart and spirit. They were jealous, okay? They were jealous from the jump, y'all, because of you. They knew that meant you were a child star, okay? And that makes you an authority as a child. Okay, friend? I love that. So, yeah, I think that we all, you know, in this gossip, we all got increased awareness around them, and we have been awakening, you know, such that we can make the right decisions. They are trying to connect with their heart space now, because I think that you have, as the guide, you have connected them to a universal consciousness and divine intelligence about their jealousy. That's a personal matter, and that it's all been projection issues that have been stopping them from unanimously agreeing at court, or to stop them from making the right decision at court to help you recover a loss. But it's really because they know that those spiritual insights, you know, you recovering a loss will give you financial or economic power to impart more spiritual insight. Okay, yeah, they're very defensive, fighting and attacking. 4 of Wands, yeah, they're obsessed with you. Okay, take a leap of faith, friends. They're obsessed with you because they're fighting for power, and they were just the unstable elites that, you know, were placing for financial gain. Okay, that's what I'm seeing, friends. Let me know how that resonates, and